Please welcome this week's special guest person, Lee. So, David, what is Lee to you?
This is Lee, and for the past 6 months, he's been teaching me how to improve my memory.
Michael, perhaps you'd like to explain how you know Lee?
This is Lee, who is my driver, and he has also appeared on episodes of Minder.
And finally, Dara, your relationship with Lee.
This is Lee. He's actually my gardener, and he was introduced to me by Andrew Lloyd Webber.
So there you are. A mental coach, according to David, a driver come actor, if we believe Michael, or a Lloyd Webber recommended gardener, according to Dara. Lee's team, where would you like to begin?
Dara, where do you live?
Where do I live? I live in West London.
And so how was he introduced to you by Andrew Lloyd Webber?
Well, it wasn't like that we were all at a party and Webber goes, "Have you met my gardener, Lee?" Yeah. I did Parkinson, and Andrew Lloyd Webber was on it with Tim Rice once, and you're making polite chit-chat in the green room afterwards, and I told him where he lived. I said, "Oh, yeah, I used to live around there. How are you finding it?" And we had a very dull conversation about how it's kind of grown up, the house, because it's got a garden.
I'm just finding it hard to believe that it's a quite exciting time, isn't it? You're on Parkinson, that's quite exciting. You're meeting Andrew Lloyd Webber, he's famous, that's quite exciting. At what point do you go, I loved Phantom of the Opera. Do you know any good gardeners? You know, it's just... I'm finding that hard to believe, you know.
How long's Lee been your driver?
Oh, blimey. 18 years.
And what
18 years?
What car does he drive?
Mercedes.
And which seat do you sit on?
I have a funny thing. I like to sit at the back of the car on the left-hand side so I can do a bit of homework.
Which you could never do on the right, obviously.
Well, then you've got the driver right
in front of you. And you might need to ask him a question about your homework. And if it goes like that, it's Brazil. That's fine. But you'd ask his head to swivel all the way around and he then wouldn't be concentrating on the road. So he could be telling the truth.
Yes.
What did he play in Minder?
Oh, as you can imagine, some kind of heavy.
So you've been in the car with him for 18 years? He's the same driver the whole time? You're not... Right. So what's his surname?
Tippett.
Great answer. Great answer.
See, that's how the lying mind works, doesn't it? Driver, tip, make it bigger. Tip it! It was either that or honky horn, wasn't it?
David, could you just tell me again what your one was? It was the last 6 months.
Lee has been teaching me how to improve my memory.
OK, how do you do that?
Well, I go to a monthly one-to-one class with Lee, and the aim is basically to stop the natural deterioration of the brain.
Can you give me an example of the kind of techniques he teaches you?
Well, to try and remember things like, like lines for a show. Essentially, you go on a mental journey and you sort of remember it on the basis of a place that you know very well. And so you associate different parts of, you know, say a speech you're trying to learn with with objects that are in your kitchen. If
I said to you 7 items, you could picture them in a story, couldn't you? So we've got a dog.
Possibly.
Well,
maybe
you're going to have
not.
To
maybe not. You know
what, David, if you get to 6, I'll believe you.
OK.
Dog, duck, house, car, circle, square, triangle. Can you repeat them back to me, please?
Dog, duck, house, car, circle, square, triangle. That was incredibly easy. I didn't have to use any technique at all. Can you say, the apple is there? The apple is there. How does he remember it?
Do you know what? I've realised I've got a bad memory because I can only remember the names of animals and shapes.
Can we have a look at Lee's hands?
Yes, you can take a look at... Yeah?
Can we? They look like nice hands. He's not a gardener.
OK, well, we need an answer. So Lee's team is this person.
You think Michael?
David's brain enhancer, Michael's acting chauffeur, or Dara's green-fingered friend?
Yeah, I can see him. That's the thing about him, isn't it? He looks both like a driver and someone that used to be in Minder. I think we'll go for... Well, should we go for Michael's driver?
Perhaps our guest Lee can tell us who you really are.
I'm Michael's driver, and I have appeared in episodes of Minder.
Congratulations. Yes, Lee is indeed Michael's driver. Are you only Michael's driver, or do you drive other people?
No, I drive other people as well.
You never told me that.
Could be the end of a beautiful friendship. Congratulations, thank you so much, Lee. Well done. So many thanks to Lee, who was Michael's driver and occasionally appeared in Minder. For those too young to remember Minder, it was Dennis Waterman's stepping stone to panto.